Hey guys, it's Crash PC here, and I am showing off a Lego tank that I built and designed. This is version 2.1. Version 1.0 was absolutely, like, horrible. About twice as tall as the one that you're seeing right now on screen over on the right. It went like it did go a third of the speed, because I used a 1 to 3 or a 3 to 1 gear ratio, and it was so ridiculously slow that I made a video on it and then just decided, no, it's not entertaining, I'm not going to upload it. This is version 2.1. You may be asking what's version 2.0. Basically this, but I just moved around a few pieces here, and all that's just so that the tracks don't come off as often. Now, I'm hoping in the future to upgrade this even further and get it so that the gears hardly ever fall off, or never fall off. But this is what I currently have. I just realized that it isn't turned on, so I can show you how I turn it on. So, first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to find this door. Then unlatch it, move the tracks to the side, pick this up, move it over here, open the door, and switch the orange lever till this green light turns on. You can actually tell if it's on or not through this little door right here, if it's showing a slight bit of green through there. Then just put everything back together and you're good to go. Now, with this one, I'm going to be trying to go over a few objects. The other one was able to do these fine, and I'm just hoping this one will be able to do it faster. First up, I got some loose Legos, battery pack, and then some duct tape. So let's try this out. Alright, so I was able to go over the one battery pack, or the one duct tape thing, but I don't think I'm going to get it up over that other one. I can try. Yeah, it's just not doing it. But, so we got that. Next up, I'm going to be trying a few other objects, and then I've got some Lego structures to go over. Alright, so now here I've just got a blanket. It's been sort of bunched up there, and I'm going to see if it can go over it. Nope. Alright, and here I've got an issue. If you look back here on the tread, this part has come off, and this part has come off too, but that doesn't usually happen. Now, you just gotta put it back into location, and then it's good to go again. So it can't go over the very top of it. Maybe it can. But it can get over it. So now, yep, just showing off a little bit of its abilities. Kind of one of my favorite Lego structures I've built so far. Although I do plan to keep upgrading it and making it look more interesting. Also, I'm going to have, at the end of the video, just a little bit of the 1.0, trying to get over just some stuff. it's not really, it's not super interesting, but if you're interested in seeing what my original idea was, I mean, it could be kind of cool. Alright, so now I'm going to have it try to go over a few Lego structures that I have just built, laying around. Alright, so here I've got a car that I originally just built for fun. It was originally a car. A decent bit of it has been stripped away. And then over on the left, I've got just a space jet that I thought looked kind of cool, but I'm going to see if this thing can get up over it. So the tank has no troubles pushing this stuff around, but just can't quite seem to climb up over it. Oh, and I got another breakdown on the the brown treads. Just scoot that over here. Now, version 2.0 of this tank actually had that problem with the brown tread happen a lot more frequently than this one. It's just about like every few feet it would completely get rid of the tread. I'm going to go over here and try to get that car back. I don't know if you guys can see that, but over here I have gotten myself stuck. What is up with the left side? That's happening a lot more frequently than it normally does. Oh, well, I'm going to end the, I guess just running over stuff section right here, and then I'll get into how this tank works on the inside in just a moment. The reason for it being so slow is because it's using a 1 to 3 gearbox. So basically every 3 times the motors inside rotate, it moves the like gearing once. Meaning it has high torque, but it doesn't really have very high speeds. So as you see, it goes over the Legos pretty well. Once it gets off the Legos, gets right onto the power supply. Come on, climb up over it, slipping just a little bit, and then up and over. Nice. Alright, so here I've got my tank. It's currently powered on. Back here I've got the drive sprocket. Typically it would be up here, but I just didn't have a lot of room to fit this motor up here. Now, over down here I've got my double bogie suspensions. I only have 2 of them. Typically on like something like a Sherman tank from World War II there would be 3. Actually, always. I don't know what I'm talking about. Typically, everything was standardized, pretty much. Got the double bogie suspension to help when it rolls over something, such as this Lego. As you can see, it forms so this track gets a better grip over this Lego and gets better points of contact. as opposed to just, oh no, all of our wheels are like we've got one point of contact here at the Lego, which is our obstacle. Slope to help get up over objects. That's the point of this, or I believe that's the point of these sloping. Then inside to the electronics, very simple setup. I've got my battery pack here. I can probably turn that off, save power. I've got the IR receiver, which gets signals from this remote telling whether the red motor should move forwards. Oops. I just realized this was probably a bad idea to turn on the remote. And as you can see, when this is kind of just open like this, it's kind of a weak structure, but that's something I'm working on. So the IR receiver gets signals from this remote right here. So it sends it there, and then sends it to this motor, or this motor, whether to go forwards or backwards, and then depending on how it's positioned, it will turn the tank. One thing I don't like about my current design is how little of an angle there is between this and the ground. In an ideal world, I'd have this be a lot higher, but I just don't have room to fit it in. That'll be something that I'm working on later. I could switch to this, but it would sacrifice a lot of speed, and I don't really want to do that. Oh yeah, another thing about the IR receiver. The IR receiver has to have light shining to it. It's not like one of those antennas where it's like sort of matters but doesn't really, as far as like the toy ones go when you're messing around in your house. If this doesn't have a clear line to this, it's going to freak out and it's not going to work. It just doesn't like when it's like that. Mainly just because it needs a path. I don't know exactly what the terminology is, but what this shell is hiding is a switch like this right here. Now this switch has to be the same on this one and on the IR receiver. Basically it's different channels, so you could operate one set of motors on channel 1, one on 2, one on 3, one on 4. Now for these switches right here, these can change which way the motor's spinning. So if I push forwards, I forgot that was on. If I push forwards, it moves that one forwards. But say it's not moving it forwards, I can switch it like this. Switch it down, and now backwards is forwards, and so on. You can do this if you just realize that your motors are facing the wrong way. Mine were, and that's why they're in these positions. So, that concludes all the stuff from my current version of my Lego tank. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, leave a like. If you didn't like it, leave a dislike, but make sure you tell me why you didn't like the video. If it was too slow paced, if you didn't like if you didn't like the content, don't come here. Well, don't watch this video again. But yeah, just tell me why you didn't like the video, so then I can improve my content in the future and make better videos. So, with that, I'm going to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!